What if Issei was from the Ohio part too? It was dark. It was currently nighttime outside as the moon was reflecting upon Kuo Academy. As Issei was currently walking around Kuo Academy, not around Kuo Academy, around Kuo's town, around the Kuo town, because he was quite bored. Issei was quite bored, so he decided to take a walk. As when Issei was taking a walk, 15 minutes in the walk, he had sensed a big disturbance. He had sensed energy. He had sensed supernatural. He knows that humans don't have any supernatural powers or energy because he asked the Great Sage. Yes, Great Sage is an ability he has created with his skill. And it's basically a non-physical entity, not even a spiritual entity. It's a vocal entity. It's just a sound. It's just vibration. Great Sage is omniscience. Great Sage, she knows absolutely everything. As then Issei asked Great Sage, what was that? What was that disturbance I just felt? What was that energy I just felt? As then Great Sage said, Master, the energy you've just felt was an energy of a Pacific race, opposite of the angels, the fallen angels. Previous angels that have fallen from heaven, fallen from grace itself. And that energy that you just sensed was from the fallen angels. They are opposite of angels in every way. They are opposite in nature with angels. Instead of the angels, those angels being good, those angels are evil. Okay, that's enough, Great Sage. I didn't ask for that many information. As Great Sage then says, sorry, Master. And then Issei says, that's okay. And then Great Sage says, the fallen angel disturbance is coming from the church. So I recommend to go there if you want to get rid of him. As then Issei teleported outside of the church door. As the meanwhile with Raynare, and she has just killed Ozia. You see, because Ozia went inside of the church for the ritual thing. Well, fallen angel ritual. Because she didn't want Raynare killing other people. As Raynare said, yes, I finally have it. I have the sacred gear I've always wanted. Twilight healing. Yes, with this sacred gear, I'll be useful to Azazel. With this sacred gear, I'll be all powerful. With this sacred gear, I'll be immortal. Not even the likes of Michael can kill me with this sacred gear. No one in heaven will be able to touch me or stop me, said Raynare, as she was boastful. You see, the ability of Twilight healing and why Raynare was so boastful about immortality is that Twilight healing can heal absolutely any injury to the molecular level. I'm saying it can heal any injury or sickness, just any form of pain. It doesn't even have to be physical, it can be mental and spiritual pain too. So I'm saying, like, if your limbs were to get cut off, like your arms, legs, or your eyes would get ripped off, etc., if any body part got cut off or injured, Twilight healing could instantly heal that. Yes, Twilight healing has the ability to instantly heal that and regenerate that. Even if your head were to get cut off, Twilight healing can regenerate that. So if your private parts got cut off, if you're a dude with Twilight healing, boom, if your balls got cut off or someone else's balls got cut off, you can regenerate your balls or you can heal someone else's balls. That's how broken Twilight healing is. As Raynare was boastful about it too, because not only Twilight healing will give her regeneration and new abilities, not only that, it will give her a power boost. It will give her a boost in power It has only been rumors, but she had heard that when any being of the supernatural had taken Twilight, had taken a sacred gear, they would be they would be an alpha of their race. They would be a supreme version of their race, an alpha of their very race. As Raynare was laughing maniacally, as then Issei kicked down the door and said, "What is going on here?" As he saw the dead body of Ozia. As he went up to her and checked her pulse, and Great Sage said, "Issei, there's no use. This female blonde-haired girl, it appears she is dead. And judging by the uniform she's wearing, it appears she's a schoolgirl." And then Great Sage then scanned over Asia's body, and it appears that she goes to Cool Academy. So Issei says, "Wait, Cool Academy? The school down the street?" And then Raynare then says, "Who are you, and how dare you enter this place?" "Without my permission," said Raynare. As then Issei then said, How could you kill this innocent girl? This girl did nothing." That he sure of. He asked Great Sage. And Great Sage told Issei that this girl, Asia Argento, was innocent. Issei then said, "This girl did nothing. How can you kill her? How can you kill an innocent human being? For what? What? What was your reason?" Even though Issei was a god from Ohio, he doesn't kill innocent beings without a reason. As then Raynare said, "Don't you see, mortal or human, I've killed her for her sacred gear. Because of her sacred gear, she has made me nearly a god. I should be thanking her. Props to Asia. Her sacrifice will not be in vain." As then Raynare charged up at Issei with energy in her hand from Twilight energy and Fallen Angel energy, fused in with the light spear. As she shot it at Issei, shot it so fast that it was almost on par with the speed of light itself, as Issei merely dodged it. As Raynare looked at Issei and said, "How did you dodge it? No, it shouldn't be possible. Even for Michael to dodge that, it would surely give him a hard time. But you, mortal, how did you dodge it? No, it shouldn't be possible. Unless if you're not a mortal at all. That's the only logical explanation. But still, no fallen angel, no devil. Most of the angels should be able to dodge it. Are you perhaps a dragon?" said Raynare, getting confused at what Issei was. As then Issei said, "No, I'm just a regular citizen from Ohio." As Raynare said, "Ohio? Ohio? What is Ohio?" As then Raynare said, "No matter. I don't give a shit what city you're from. I'm gonna kill you. And you're gonna forget about everything in here in the afterlife. I'm gonna bring you to the lowest chains of hell, of Hades. I'll make sure you meet Hades." As Raynare charged up at Issei, charged up in blinding speeds to the normal supernatural being that would blind even the speeds of Riser himself, and blinding to the eyes of Reyes Gremory. The speeds that were going at the speed of sound. As she tried to attack Issei, as she actually landed a successful hit because Issei did nothing. He knew this wouldn't affect him whatsoever. Infinite Omniverses could attack Issei, but it wouldn't affect him either because he's an Ohio citizen, so this wouldn't do anything whatsoever. as as Raynare hit Issei, and this did nothing, as Raynare was completely in shock. Her eyes had widened. What? You're just a mortal! How are you able to take that? Said Raynare in a confused tone. As then Raynare said, no matter, since you're able to take all of my attacks and tank it perfectly, I will show you my second form. My second form. And with this form, with Twilight Healing, it should be able to amp up my second form too. My second form will be my true form that I once was 5,000 years ago before I had fallen. That's right. I will have my angel form back as Raynare. As Twilight Healing started surrounding Raynare's whole body as it started to heal the curse of being a fallen angel, as she started to receive the protection of God again. As her wings became white, as her hair had become a golden-like color. Her clothing had become white. Her wings had become white as she grew 12 wings because of the Twilight Healing amping her power up. As then Raynare then said, this is my second form, my true form, my angelic form, my form of beauty. This is my true form, and I will have my name that I once had 5,000 years ago. Before I fell, I'll once have my name I had. My name, Rachel. Yes, that was my name. With Azazel and his angels, before they made that rebellion against God. Said Raynare, or Rachel now. As Issei didn't know what Raynare was talking about, to be honest. But he has read some scriptures from the Bible about how God, DXD God, created heaven and earth and created hell too for the fallen angels and the devils. But that was all he knew. Then Issei then said, Raynare or Rachel, should I say now, since you have recovered your angelic form, I don't care who and what you are. For what you did to this innocent human life, I am gonna kill you. But Issei was gonna hold back because he wanted to fight. He didn't want to one-shot her. He wanted to fight her. He wanted to actually try. As then Rachel sent barrages of attacks, light spears, that were moving directly at the speed of light itself, as Issei was merely dodging them. Dodging them with speed that was faster than the naked eye, speed that was faster than light itself. Then Raynare pulled out a sword of pure light energy. And this sword weighed 100 tons. Yes, she was able to carry pure 100 tons in her hand easily with no difficulty. This was a replica of an Excalibur she had just created with her thoughts, with thought energy purely alone. And she used this to send light attacks at Issei. And these light attacks should be able to kill Issei, as she thought. Because she thought these light attacks would burn her body. Burn Issei's body. As Issei, when he saw these attacks coming, he literally opened his mouth and he ate them as he was snacking on these slash attacks. As Raynare was in pure and utter shock. How? Just shouldn't be possible that you're able to not only catch my attack, to devour them? It shouldn't be possible. I'll use one of my final moves on you. I'll use my final attack on you. Flames of redemption. Flames of Phoenix, Raynare said. As she charged us up at Issei, completely expecting it to burn his very body and soul. But these weren't the full package of the flames of redemption. So it doesn't do as much damage as a normal one would do. So when she shot these at Issei merely reflected off of himself and reflected it back to Raynare. As Issei said, "Is this all you got? Because if this is purely a waste of my time." As Raynare got, when the flames went back to Raynare, she was in pure and utter fear. But then she remembered she made a holy shield. She made a divine shield just now. She remembered she can do that. As the flames ate the shield, but the shield protected her though. From the flames, the shield also fought against the flames, and they both canceled each other out. As then Raynare thanked herself that these flames weren't as strong as the original God of the Bible's flames, the DxD God's flames. Because these flames, she wasn't even generating them from her own body. She was generating them from heaven itself. Because when DxD God died, he left some part of his power. He left some part of his power in heaven. Its sole purpose was to amp up some of the angels. He literally made that section in heaven for the flames of redemption to be there, so that some of the angels, like the high tier angels, like the archangels like Michael, can use it. And some of the low tier angels, it was to amp up the powers in heaven still. After he sealed the Trihexa, the beast of the apocalypse, the beast that Issei had killed. As then Raynare saw that none of these things were working. As Raynare had then engulfed her whole body in white flames. These were weaker than the flames of redemption, but these were her own flames created from her own magic, not her accessing flames from heaven, from a higher source. As then Raynare covered her whole body in flames, and then Raynare said, "If I can't burn you or pierce you, mortal, the fact that you're this strong, human, be proud of yourself. But not for so long, since you are finna die now." As Raynare's body had begun increasing in size, as she had then became so big, so tall, that it broke through the churches. As Raynare was so big that she was above the clouds. As in her own personal cloud domain, there was light around it. As then Raynare says, "It is your end, immortal." As she was about to stomp Issei to the very ground, she was about to crush Issei. As when Issei saw this, he was impressed that she was able to pull off such a display. And then Issei says, "Are you sure I'm gonna be crushed? If that's your if that's your declaring onto me, then it should be reversed back to you, back to the center of that declaration." As then Raynare said, "You are finished!" As she tried to stomp Issei with her leg. As then once Raynare's leg touched Issei placed his finger on Raynare's leg and used his power and literally decayed it out of nothing. Decayed from her leg to her very head. destroying her body fully as Raynare says, "Wait, what's going on? How are you doing this, mortal?" As she then said that, and that was her death, as she decayed out of existence, being totally erased. As the twilight earrings then fell into Issei's hands, because Issei didn't want the twilight earrings to get destroyed. Even though he could have restored them, he didn't want them getting destroyed. As it fell into his hands, as Issei went up to the girl and placed the earrings right on to the girl. And then he was gonna heal it, but then he asked Great Sage, "What does the twilight healing earrings do?" Because he was very interested. He saw what the twilight earrings could do, but like he wanted to see the full extent. Then Great Sage said that if the twilight healing earrings couldn't heal Issei, he was gonna heal her, even if it meant bringing her back from the dead, bringing her back from death, bringing her back into the world of the living. Then Great Sage said that there's no extent to how much these earrings can heal, unless if the person's body is destroyed, or soul or mind is destroyed. But if their body is not destroyed, then the twilight healings can heal anything, even dead people. They can resurrect them back to life. It can heal even age. So if someone is like 96, it can restore them back to 21 or to a kid, if Issei wanted to. And she can also heal any injury, etc., etc. And for people that are unconscious or just dead, she can heal them to make them breathing again, or take them out of the unconscious coma-like state. As then Issei knew about the capabilities of the twilight healing and said, "God damn, this is broken as hell." Then a green energy started to merge on Issei's dead body as she was floating in the air. Then her body went back to the ground, hitting the ground as Issei began to woke up, but she had just coming back to life. As Issei then said, "What happened? Where am I?" And then she remembers the events of what happened, of Raynare trying to kill her, and them doing the ritual. As then Issei said, "Wait, but how am I alive?" And then she sees Issei, and then she puts the dots together. Then she realizes Issei saved her. And then she tells Issei thank you, but then she asks him, "What race are you?" Because to being able to be human and defeat that bad angel Raynare, what race are you to being able to save me? As then Issei just flatly tells the truth. "I'm human. I'm just from Ohio." As then Issei says, "Ohio?" with the confused face, because she has never heard of Ohio. As Issei slaps his hand on his face. Why has everyone never heard of Ohio? Not even the supernatural world. I know Ohio can be sealed off the map from humans, but not even the supernaturals heard of Ohio. Why is it so locked? Why is Ohio so secretive? Why is it such a secretive place? And Issei, as then Issei then says, "How can I repay you for saving me?" As then Issei then says, Issei then thinks to himself, he's quite lonely, and he doesn't have a place to stay. And then Issei then says, "Well, to repay me, why don't I just live with you? Because I don't really have a place to stay. In that place, I'm pretty much lonely. I live in the woods. So, yeah. So can I live with you, Issei Argento?" said Issei as he got that name from Great Sage. Issei was confused how he knew her name, but she didn't want to question it. As in, Asya said yes. As then Asya and Issei went home. Issei teleported Asya home. And then Asya asks Issei, how are you able to teleport me? As then Issei lies and says that I'm just a human who knows how to use magic. I'm a magician. And that will be the end of What If Issei Was in Ohio Part 2.